Welcome back to a new episode of Be Review. This time it's a special episode, yay! So, this time we're in the forums of the BeamNG Drive site and we're gonna talk about a certain user that was specialized in a certain type of modding, which is heavy hauling. So this particular user is known with the name of Jaque Napier, and we're gonna see into the forums what led them to being banned and on what is one of the usual controversies of the BeamNG Drive community. So this guy is modding these heavy trailers for trucks. Here we can see weight 200 tons and works with the mod of the Man TGX. Here he shows a lot of pictures that I cannot see apparently, but you can see them miniaturized. And Ars Pro asks, can you Leash finish this mod? He replies that it's done. If it's finished, change it from work in progress to released and provide the file so we can download it. He provides a Google Drive file, which I won't download because I have two of his mods that we're gonna review later into this video. He replies, while the file is RAR, it should be a zip file. Another user says that it does not spawn properly. Jaque Napier stays vague and doesn't help a lot. Here another user says, can you finish your Scania series and be family project? I have waited for them for a long time. And the thread comes to a conclusion. This is my profile picture with the Moai getting pet. This isn't leading to anything much, but we can see some big potential here. We have a huge model and that is being carried, and it's an interesting mod for the truck community into this game. So let's check another one of his mods, the 300-ton Refinery modular trailer. Here we can see another model spawned in game, being hauled also, larger variant. The guy says looks nice. More photos with a custom truck, Mercedes truck, and another model of this Refinery with the green color. Apparently this Jaque Napier doesn't even know what is lore. Also this thread stops here, and it's more than 1 year old. As we can see from now, we only got a Google Drive link, but people failed to load the mod and it looked like it didn't even work properly. Here we have another 300-ton industrial turbine trailer. And he says, I'm back. The prince of heavy load mods is back after a long period. I had a pathetic manager at work, everyone hated that, I did not get along with, and quit my job and showed him the finger. Company only had 50% positive ratings anyhow. This is all good news for you guys because now I have to distress from my real life. Making mods in BeamNG gives me great pleasure. As you can notice, he gives us some private informations that do not contribute to the mod in any case, but he still wants to add them. Here we still have a lot of imagery, but not very reviews or downloads that can prove this mod is real or can be used. As we can even see from this image, the model is kinda stretched also. People are arguing on what's the best map to hold these kind of heavy trailers, but still, nothing more. Here, Steam God asks if he's still working on this, and a guy replies that he's banned. This thread is closed and 1 month old. So what is happening? Here we have a really big thread with a lot of more informations. 400-ton transformer trailer. It's finally done. It's the real deal, folks. Finally we can put the low ranges. And a lot of series of informations about one of his mod. Here's also the download link. Scrolling more down, people is complaining about the format of the mod. And here Mr. Engineer says, this mod is quite bad, unfortunately. It's not really worth the effort of installing it at this stage. Currently as is, you must unzip the RAR file and put the resulting folder into the unpacked mods folder instead of the base mod directory, like every other mod out there. The J-beam is incredibly rough and everything bounces around like jelly for minutes after spawning it in. All the wheels bend like they have extreme negative camber, parts of the trailer mesh are modeled to intersect in weird places for some reason. This feels like the first draft of a concept, maybe with a bit of refinement this could be good, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. And here's the first criticism that we are actually seeing of one of his mods. And Jaque Napier replies, "So I will not deny some of your claims, but my rebuttal is nobody else has achieved a working trailer at 460 real game tons. At this level, all tires explode, rims explode, axle breaks, body sinks into the ground. This trailer allows you to achieve what nobody else in the world of simulation and gaming has." Which kinda is true. Well, maybe not of simulation, but gaming, well, yes, that's true. What it really is like to pull an immense load with a truck and simulate the exact real-world physics and dynamics, yes, but if the mod sucks and it's not done properly, the simulations kinda isn't that detailed. Josh D says that most people won't even get to try it because he didn't pack it properly. And most people won't take the time to make it work or simply can't because they don't know how. Jaque Napier gets mad and replies, "I had to pay for the trailer model myself and I'm not even charged for this. My current fixation is my Hawker 705th. So he pays for the model. At least that's cool, but spawning them in game is not that difficult. People keep complaining that he didn't pack it properly and he says just pull it out the RAR file and put the folder into unpacked. Lot of people complains, why the hell can't you just put it in a zip like any other mod?" And he links a Reddit, apparently, of people cheering Jaque Napier about the development of his mod. And he replies with, "The popularity of this mod, demand and interest was validated a long time ago just by the sheer Reddit hype and response. I will not be responding to any immaterial, petty, trivial critique." So we can see the behavior of Jaque Napier that isn't really normal. In fact, people notice this and say, "What are you even on about? We're simply asking for you to change the mod file format." Those validated interest in the mod in Reddit would obviously plummet down if you can't get a direct response from our complaints. If you don't know how to do it, you could just say no. Oh dear god. Excellent, thank you. I will be uploading .zip shortly due to popular demand. What are you, a king of Britain? Still other unpacking problems? Avante HD says, "I was in the process of downloading this just for kicks and then started reading through the thread, and well, good luck. But this isn't even the peak of the mountain, so keep watching. Other people cannot spawn the mod. This guy managed to run it but says that it was too heavy to stop. So we just saw how the model was shaking and the turbines are all stretched. That turbine will never turn. It's not a circle, it's an oval. Jaque Napier says that he also made a lowboy and links to a thread and says that, "Is a lowboy in that demand? I see a lot of desperation here, lol." And back in time, when this thread was still active, I was interested into this trailer myself and I wanted to try it. Here's my comment that says, "OneDrive link isn't working. Can't you upload it directly on the post page or I don't know, Modsfire, Mediafire or Google Drive?" And also other people are saying the exact same thing. And here, Broken Brain Cells starts with the drama. "Aren't you the guy who DM'd people slurs from the Discord for saying something about your mod? How you're not banned from here?" "People, you mean the prick who disrespected me and my creations and mocked me? I've never dished out anything to anyone unless they didn't have it coming. One more misstatement of material events like this and you'll be added to my blocked ignore as well. I don't have a short fuse, I have no fuse." What that whiny baby who has produced absolutely nothing for the community and has 0 followers outside his fantasies unlike yours truly, won't tell you is all the unprovoked insults and trash talkings he started. Dear God, why would anyone waste their precious time hurling insults to strangers on the internet unless unprovoked, as if I even care or have time. And the gif of bearded dragon says it all. You clearly do care, lol, or you wouldn't have written out a paragraph on why you did it and how they have no followers, lol, like you any better, because you have some people that follow your heavy trailers and think it's something so hard to do when making heavy things is the easiest thing to do in Beam. Get off your high horse, pal. You're lucky they haven't banned you here too, lol. Definitely looks like he started it. And here we can see a picture where his nickname is Dinaganti, when he says "fuck you in the bum, black person." This is the beginning of your direct message history with Dinaganti. Yeah, what an awesome message. He keeps going with, "This was in response to what you wrote on my mod submissions. Genius, nice, selective take and cherry picking. You didn't care enough to show that part, and the fact that I never hold abuse on anyone else tells much more. You clearly have your own agenda, and ill will against me. Will be adding you to my ignore as well. That's not an excuse for calling someone an racial slur. I have asked the mods to lock this thread. I really do not have time for time thieves. Between catering to my fans, followers, admirers, and college, life is too short for the undesirables." Who is this? Prince Andrew from England? So, no more feedback and stuff for this mod? Well, yeah, you've clearly seen how many crybabies come after me. Well, yeah, you've clearly seen how many crybabies come after me. I literally spent 2 years perfecting this one, and one guy just said it's not a big deal. Private message me if you want it. Might wanna lock all your threads, Mr. Slur Thrower lol. Sonic here says, "I don't know who's in the right, so I don't wanna defend anyone. All I'm gonna say is it wasn't the hard R, so I don't know why it's such a big deal. How you guys know he isn't black? A slur is a slur, don't matter the color. Black people call other black people that word constantly. Is it a slur in that context too? Yes, lol, it has and always will be a slur by definition. So we've just seen how a BeamNG Drive heavy trailer mod just led to Black Lives Matter in a matter of few seconds. Pugsworthy rightfully says, "This thread feels like a migraine." Kevicon says, "You know, for starters, if the context of all this bullshit with damning people in Discord with racial slurs because they criticized, didn't like something about the mod, no one should really look up for this type of people who's a real degenerate piece of doo-doo, who probably thinks criticism and insults are the same thing, should just get out and get banned from this very community, not to mention the improper use of grammars and words to describe such thing that I really won't bring up but have noticed in this thread. If you're a minor who's either below 16 or 18, you're completely immature and you're older than that, and if you're older than that, you're no man and a shame to society." And this thread gets locked here. Here another thread of Dr. Jaque Napier with a heavy lift modular trailer oil platform. What you think? People says it's nice, then concrete bridge piece. Another one, Actros Heavy Hauler, a truck with the only purpose to carry his big weights. Ibishu says it looks like an average automation mod. He, indignated, says, "Why does everyone keep saying automation mod? Because it looks goofy." He gets more in detail with no material all around, too colorful, very messy, the materials look like plastic, shows some J-beam pics, the axles look unbelievably goofy and presumably no interior or very bad one. And he says, "Agreed, but I'm short on time. Can you do it, lol? I'll credit you." Cosmo says, "It's your mod." JaqueNapier criticizes Cosmo with, "Is your DAF a meshlap?" And Cosmo says, "Well, yes, but that's why it isn't publicized." People are also asking for the DAF link, and he says, "Bruh." Nicholas asks what happened to JaqueNapier, and Devel replies, "Banned due to very offensive behavior." And why did he get banned? Something racism on Discord, something alts on forums, something harassing members on forward. He was banned for saying the N-word in response to a comment I made, criticizing him. Before his ban, he had already done that once to someone else on Discord in response to a negative comment on one of his mods. He was also in general a self-conceited prick who made every single one of their crappy meshslaps paid. And here we get to another user, also banned, named Daderada. Here's a very JaqueNapier style post, maybe with another account, of another heavy load trailer. This is probably him, and we don't know who Dinaganti is, because every band player can't be watched and his profile can't be seen, because it gives BeamNG error. Here another post by Jaque Napier, the error lowboy. Maybe some of you know that a lowboy trailer is actually really asked into the BeamNG Drive track communities, because you could hold heavy machinery and all other stuff, and at the moment there isn't a lowboy trailer. Since I was also interested in this, I've of course said I'm interested in this. I've searched for a trailer wide enough to carry military tanks. He posted some pictures of the mod, but here people complaining he might want money. And I also spawn into the thread and I say, "Dear Jaque Napier, I've come across multiple of your threads filled with drama and zero mods available to download. I do not know anything outside of this site's forum, nor I want to know. I thought your projects were really cool by your posted images, but none of the threads you posted had a downloadable mod. The only one I found was a Refinery trailer that when spawned made the default car fly into the air. And you can't even pack the mods properly, you're paying for 3D models to make mods that nobody can even publicly try. I never understand this game's community. Peace." He directly replies me, "Why you are holding me to a different standard? Plenty of people in this site have done the same. It's not that if every people shit on the road I should do the same thing." And in fact I said, "I know, but what you're basically saying is, if everyone jumps off a bridge, you're doing it too. Anyway, I hope to see your big trailers mod have success and not get drawn by drama again. This is up to you, keep up the work, looking forward to it." Edit, curiosity question. Why don't you try to 3D model yourself? He does model himself and this excavator is his work. He says that excavator will be payware, so that's a non-issue unless you buy it. Crazy says, "Sure, it can be your model, but it can be based on another mod. None of your mods are released. All of them are trash, and you are in the forums overall just to cause drama or flood the land section of vehicles. I'm surprised though you're not banned yet. I'm honestly disappointed that moderators are not doing anything about this. They should ban you for causing trouble on the forums." And I replied that I can't agree with him. I would like to give Napier the benefit of a doubt and see if his mod will be one day accessible, but the controversies are a lot, so the best tip I can give is to work to actually present some good mods. He just laughs and says, "Only if you poor souls knew how many direct messages I get daily to access my mods, it would make you cry." Crazy says that Godzilla had a stroke trying to read this and fucking died. Espero feels bad for them, because why would you want such a broken low quality mod? And I insist with, bro, this is not how the modding community works. You make a thread and hopefully you give people the mod to try and maybe get help to improve it. This is not a notice board, where then people ask you in direct messages. If the mods are free, post them here, people download and try them. If they're bad, someone can help you improve them, no hate. If the mods are perfect, which I don't think they are, then they can be on Patreon or whatever. But you need credibility for that. So it's out of discussion for now. If you ain't gonna adhere to these basic community principles, you're not gonna go further. I want to genuinely help you, because I really believe those mods have potential. Then you'll happily see that no more crybabies, like you call them, are gonna bother you. But then, on the Wayback Machine, I was able to achieve this thread, which is embarrassing. Morbidly obese American in wheelchair. A new achievement, ladies and gentlemen, a new achievement. This is horrendous. What even is this mod? Crazy. Here it is, our dear Crazy. And he says, "Do not trust this guy. He sent me slurs in DM." Crazy says he replied to him after he made a forum thread about the obese American. He floods the mod showcase channel often, but then a mod closed the thread and removed his forum access role, and he thought he was the reason why he got his role removed. I don't know, he's just dumb and probably underage. And here Jaque Napier that says that Dinaganti happens to belong to his college dorm roomie who is active on Discord. So Dinaganti, it's not Jaque Napier? Both of us are real life friends in person. That language is beneath me and you can check my post history. Don't come into my threads with these petty false and blatantly childish allegations. This is the first and only time I will be dignifying your posts with my response. I have seen your post history and you are not worthy of my time. How is... The way this person talks is incredible. Compare your followers and likes versus mine. Why are you talking to me? Got it? Good. Seriously? And Lord Ichi 2006 just says, ah yes, your dorm roomie who casually has access to all your mods, talks in first person as if he was the only developing the mods instead of a third person relaying the information. People have done this before and have specified it too. When first asking for access, he explicitly says if he can get access to post his mod, which is yours. Knows every JB issues you have, has access to your computer to post the exact same screenshots as you do, links your own threads as if it was his, and casually is the perfect excuse to say you aren't that person and that you shouldn't get banned for using the N-word. Also, there's something wrong in your head? And now what is the most recent footprint we have of Jaque Napier? Here, at the release of the latest heavy machinery, we have once again another lowboy trailer for Hirochi WL40 loader by UCS the baby. He says that it's still work in progress, yes it stays static once loaded, yes you don't need a ramp to load it, but I added a ramp anyhow. And here a lot of pictures that may resemble you, our dear Jaque Napier. In fact, here once again Paxworthy says that, I wonder who this modder could be. His profile picture suits perfectly, by the way. Another user says, here we go again. Not this guy again. Just can't prove it. What did he do again? I know he got banned, but I don't know why. I have no idea what you're talking about. This dude got banned a bit ago and he made mods that looks exactly like yours. Trailers are uniform, that is not based on him or me. Where you get your model from determines similarities, I don't think people here know much about modeling, 3D model sources, etc. The world is small for us modders. This phrase, this mixture of phrases doesn't make any sense. Just D says, the thing is, you're also using the same style, towing vehicle and presentation style. That's not to say it's empirical proof, but it's very similar in nature. I know he's Jaque Napier, I just can't prove it yet. No one came out with a rival? Yes, he's definitely Jaque Napier. And to this date, there are no progresses of this mod, but let's take a look at UCSD baby. And he doesn't have recent activities, so he retired probably. But now it's that time, guys. We will see in-game some of the mods of Jaque Napier that I was able to find on Modland. Yes, I was not able to download them from the BeamNG forums because the links were all expired and not working. So thanks to Modland, that crappy BeamNG site where all the degenerates and scammers are, you're responsible for this video and for me to actually be able to try his delicious mods. So just so you know, I have already spawned and tried these mods before to see if they were actually working. So now I will show them to you. So here we are in game. I've chosen the Holmer Terra... Come cazzo si chiama? Ho sbagliato. This thing should be called the Holmer Terra Variant 600, which is from the Farming Pack mod and it's pretty good at holding heavy trailers. So let's spawn one of the Jaque Napier trailers. Don't tell me I have to reload the game. With delightful surprise, I have to reload the game. Great. Alright, so here we have it, the Refinery carrier and Transformer trailer without the preview, of course. Let's start with the Refinery carrier. Alright, it spawned, and here it is, in all its glory. with the logo Dinaganti. We can already see this opprobrious monster of no textures. Oh no, it's no material, which is weird since the same cover has material. But apart from that, this is not circular. The game is paused, by the way. This is not the right color, and we can see that this model isn't refined at all. What a bad mesh, what a bad topology. This is an awful topology, by the way. What is happening right here? Oh yeah, no normal brand. This is even cool. Look at it. No normal all over, and no texture also. How could we forget the no texture? Also these, oh look at this, so cute. These hand wheels. Also this stuff. Dinaganti. 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 Let's unpause the game. Oh, here it is, all bouncy. All pretty bouncy. Here's the hitch. Oh, it's modeled. Where is it going? Where is it going? Oh, look at the wheels. So good, so good. This mod is so good. Where is it going though? Alright, let's turn on the Hallmer Terra. And let's press L. And it's not working. It doesn't have an hitch. I should... what the hell? Okay, here's the node. It's not in the right position. Not even a little bit. And let me, with some skillfully... right here. Did it link? It did not link. Okay, this is more difficult than I thought. Okay, chill. This is so hard. Link, now you stupid. Come here. Here, you should go here. No. No, back. Link. Did it link? No. Okay, go. Here, you should link here. Link. Yes. We did it. Okay, let's turn on these things. It works, and that thing doesn't have brakes. So, I'm holding how much tons? I forgot. A lot of tons. That thing is not circular, it's oval. Yay! So fun. Okay, the camera sucks. But it's hauling. I can, oh, for a brief moment I can see how much tons it weighs, but it immediately goes away because it doesn't have an engine. Here it's struggling because it's uphill, but eventually it manages to tow it. If the trailer wouldn't be absolute dog shit, it would work. I'll put the link into the description of the properly packed mod, hoping that it spawns for you if you want to try it out. And yeah, this is it. Lot of fun, no? Oh, it's overheating. Well, because it's uphill, as you can see, it's uphill. In a straight road, it has no problem towing it. But let's see into the back. No, into the back it doesn't have an hitch, so it can be towed only on the front. He didn't do such a bad work, in my opinion. Well, yeah, it sucks. I mean, Like, how did he manage to make it work kinda properly, but make such an ass product? And what that, I mean the J-beam, look at it. Look at the J-beam. And also the triangles. Where's the triangles? Collision triangles, simple. And mesh 0%. Also, it has an itch into the back. It's just that it isn't modeled. Like, there's no 3D model of it, but there is an itch. So as you can see, all the tube here. Now I don't even think it has collision. By the way, it's a rectangle. This huge rectangle that doesn't even fit the shape much. It doesn't make much sense. In fact, it stops here, and here the 3D model keeps going. Yeah, we have collision. I don't think we actually have collision. Maybe here. This is awful. What is this? What is this? It's so poorly done, but we just can do, I think, this doesn't have any weight on the upper part, I guess. What is happening? Let's, I guess that all the weight is on the base plate and not on the upper, yeah. What? Like, when you crash it, you will probably just see this. It won't crash much. It doesn't have crash physics, I mean. This is all you get. If you try to oh, look the behavior, look the weird behavior. And he says realistic. It's
Oh my god, bro. Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Oh, the axles are so good texture. Yeah, so this is the Refinery carrier. Have fun, guys. Let's try the second mod. Oh, it also spawns correctly. Awesome. I don't know if this should be shaped like this, but surely these turbines shouldn't be shaped like an oval. The base point is here. Let's turn this bad boy. Awesome! A wheel just came off. Yeah, no, for fuck's sake. Alright, maybe this time. Look how jelly it is. Now it's compenetrating to the ground. It looks like it has two hitches to be towed into the back and into the front. Do not expect this to be much better. Oh, this one even has the point ball hitch, so this can be attached without too much struggle. Yes, it actually linked. This one weighs 460 tons, and here we are also struggling to get up the hill. It's so bouncy. So yeah, this is the mod basically. It's J-beam time, and it's the same crap as the as the previous one. Same shit. Yeah, here's a big rectangle, and I don't even know where to grab it to test the physics. It's so heavy. I know you want to see how this thing crashes, but okay, let's try environment, gravity. Earth. How do you think this crash? How do you think it will crash? Good. Okay, let's crash it properly. Okay, it's floating. And now Earth gravity. What a good mod. At least all the axles are... Oh, yes. Shake like that. Good. Awesome mod, right? This is awesome. What a good mod. Now I want to see how the other crashes. The refinery carrier. Alright. And Earth. Here it is. And crash in real time. Ooh, yeah, what a good crash. This is awesome. This is awesome. What a nice crash. Look, look. Whoa, yeah. Oh, yes, yes. Into the ground. Like it should go. If such a thing would collapse at such an height, it would really go to the ground. Yeah. Good. This is a good mod. Yes. So I rate this 10 out of 10. How are you, Holmer Terror? What do you think about the Dinaganti? I bet that if I crash right into it, it just will go through. I might even go under it. Here, here. Let's crash. Awesome, yeah. This is such a good mod. And what about here? Ooh, yeah, I think that all the weight is into the base and none on the upper part. So with that said, let's review this fantastic mod. The Dinaganti bullshit heavy trailer mesh slap drama of Jaque Napier is a -10 out of 10 or a band out of 10. Now, like, seriously speaking, it might have some fun if you'd like to haul it, but hauling such a heavy thing in a straight road at maximum 5 kilometers per hour, if you're lucky, if you find the right track to do it, I don't consider it that much fun. But if the mod would be good enough, it would be really cool to have it in game. And that's why I was interested in this mod. So it would be fun to withstand such a simulation on the game, if only it would be made properly. And I'm not talking about the materials. Those are enough. I mean, if the mod would have been JB'd properly, it would have been enough even like this. But it's not. So we'll see ourselves into another video. Bye!